Mango Mustache Media.
Yo guys, welcome to Creative While Black, a Mango Mustache original where we focus on the expertise of what my guest creator does while taking away the stigma of what being a black creator is. I'm your host, Devin Green, and today my guest is Alicia Monee.
Hey, hey.
She's a talented R&B singer, has graced more than 300 diverse occasions with her performances, and her voice is infused with a soulful essence. She's one of the lead singers of a band called Vibe. Alicia, how are you?
First off, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm excited about today and cannot wait to get into everything. So, but I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Just been vibing, doing all the
Hey,
things.
vibe.
Podcasting.
Okay.
Before we start the interview, this is something I ask all of my people on the guests in the podcast. What hood you from?
What hood you from?
Well, I am a Cedar Rapidian, so I'm from Cedar Rapids. I was born in Chicago, moved here when I was 5. Been trying to sing ever since. Was shy back in the day, but now you can't shut me up. So
Nothing wrong with that. As a guy that's shy myself, I mean, you can't shut me up still, but I'm still shy. So I feel
we have our moments still. So yeah.
Your stage name is Alicia Monee.
Alicia Monee.
What made you pick that?
So that's my first and my middle name.
Really?
Yes, and it's just me. You know, my authentic self, and I love how it rolls off your tongue. So, Alicia Monee.
Yeah, I do really off the tongue. I know you used to work with like the Boys and Girls Club, and you've been a huge part of raising and educating the next generation of kids. But what led you to quit your day job to become a full-time artist?
You know, a leap of faith. I saw so many people who's believed in me, and I always used to say, follow your dreams, but I never listened to myself. So it just got to the point where I'm like, okay, Alicia, you have to follow your dreams also. And so, yeah, I just think that I was like, I've done what, and not necessarily have done, but I was at Boys and Girls Club for 19 years.
Oh, wow.
So,
wow.
And so I felt like it was time.
As a guy that, so I have a similar story too. So I've been doing graphic design and web design since I was like in high school. I've been doing art since I was like 5, from what my mom tells me. But when I came to Iowa, I decided that working a job, it just lived in the back of my head, like saying, you need to quit your job and just do your profession. And I was working at Aldi at the time, and more or less, it was good at first, but it got real crap real fast. One of the people, I'm not going to name names, but got to the point to me where I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I just was like, I'm putting my 2 weeks in. And then that same person confronted me, was like, well, why are you putting your 2 weeks in? Because some people don't tell, some people would like not let me do the way I was trained to do it.
Oh, yeah.
And then like after that, it was just like, she's just like, well, maybe we thought that way was better. And I was like, yep, that was the right decision that I made in order to, yeah. So I quit, tanked down for a little bit. And then after that, it's just been upsell since.
Oh, I love that for you.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that.
You got a similar story?
Absolutely. I mean, I just think it's with Boys and Girls Club. It's like, you are supposed to be with the kids and this and that. And of course, I feel like it all begins with our youth, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to always give back to our youth, be there for our youth, especially like an outlet for those in the arts. I think back then I didn't feel like I had an art program to really help support me in that. But I just think I found my voice. And now I'm ready to use it, or I've been ready to use it. And yeah, sometimes you feel like you're just, people like to shut you up, you know, and especially with your craft, and I don't want to do that anymore. So
yeah, no kidding. I feel that on a spiritual level. Anyway, but let's talk about the next one. You're a mother of 2 boys.
Devin, two handsome boys.
I'm sorry. Could you bring that microphone a little bit closer to you, Devin?
Me? Oh yeah. Sorry, I haven't been moving with me. So you're a mother of 2 boys.
2 handsome boys.
2 handsome boys. And you're a full-time artist. How do you balance that?
It takes a village. Woo.
Really?
Yes, I have a great support system, and my village are there. They're there when I need them.
Nice.
And my boys, they're like my biggest supporters too. So that makes it easy as well, and pushing me to do what it is that I love to do. And yeah.
I get it. I have a daughter of my own. And she always was, she's a creative person too. She just loves creating, like drawing and stuff like that. She can sing too, but also like she don't like singing in front of people at all whatsoever. But she just got a whole bunch of talents, and then she sees me and she says, "I want to be a graphic designer when you grow up like you." And I was like,
"Oh, right, push a little heartstrings." Okay, that's my oldest. He's so shy as well too, and he did show choir for like a semester. But I'm trying to like push him, and I don't want to push him to, because he'll find his voice. But I'm trying to, encourage him that it's okay to sing and do sports, right?
Yeah.
And he loves singing. He's written a couple songs, and he's 14. Yeah, so I'm like, son, let's do something. But he's super shy. He doesn't like singing in front of people, but at home, he'll blow you away.
Oh,
so,
man, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's like I've been trying to teach Jasmine, my daughter, about like just going out there and doing all the things that you need to do. Before, she was like the most extroverted person, but when she was like 1 to 5, she was like the most bubbliest person. And then now from 6 to 9, where she's just kind of just reserved. She loves helping people.
Yeah.
That's always the awesome thing that like gets her into door for doing other stuff. So I just kind of like use that to like get her to do like things that are outside of her comfort zone.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And so far that's been working, but also like she's still in her little
bubble.
Yeah,
Yep.
that bubble.
Yep.
So yeah, I get it. But yeah. I got a question for you. I know you were born in Chicago, but have you ever been back there and then like experienced any of like their cultural stuff in that like sense?
We did travel back and forth every weekend. It seemed like, actually.
Nice.
And I think it was a culture shock in general, because going from mainly black folk, right?
Yeah.
And then here where it's a lot more diverse. So that was a bit shocking at first. But I think, and it's hard to say it now, but growing up here in CR, it was so easy, right? And especially for kids. They say this is the place to raise kids, and we could go outside, play at the playground, and education was great, and stuff like that. And now it's just, I think things has changed a lot here in CR, unfortunately.
I've noticed
my
that
take
too.
on things. But yeah.
It's just, I've noticed that too. It's not a negative change, but it's not a positive one either. It's one that you notice, but you know that you don't want it to happen. A good example was like, I know kind of like the hood is First Ave over by the Ghetto Hy-Vee, if you know what that's at.
Yeah.
I noticed that, because I'm from Detroit, and I noticed when they actually do this, there's kind of a bit of a gentrification going on over there, where they just threw a Starbucks over in the middle of the hood, which I don't think.
But I'll take it. I need my coffee every morning.
Okay.
Okay.
Same here. So
gentrification, we can all agree on.
Yeah, exactly. So like I noticed that was the first one, and then like they threw a scooters down there too, which is fine too. But like I noticed that they're trying to like make that area a little bit more newer, and a lot of the people that are living there, you can just see it in their face that they just do not want that to happen.
I see certain, I'd agree.
And then like that's not a negative connotation. I like things to become newer and stuff like that, but also don't push out any of the poor people in that area, because that's not something you should do.
Yeah.
You go.
No, I'm just trying to piggyback off of that, and I don't know. I guess I can look at that both ways, like you were saying. And, let's not. I think we need more of a shelter there than scooters or a Starbucks, if that makes sense.
That does make a lot of sense.
Yeah. So instead of bringing this business, because, I mean, they can't do nothing with the business right now anyway, right?
Yeah.
So we need more that can help the community and those who are struggling in that area, and the Starbucks and scooters probably didn't help with that.
Yeah, it really probably.
Can I jump in really quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So like my thought on that too though is make the area better. That's great, but don't make it unaffordable for the folks that already live there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what it looks like is happening there. To be honest with you, it's not, like I said, it's not a bad, but it's not a good thing either. Yeah. But I do agree that if it was like a shelter there or anything like that to kind of like aid with the regeneration of that community in particular while keeping the people there, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I don't have the answer for that, but
Neither do I.
yeah, if somebody wants to,
It's just our opinion, how we feeling
Yeah,
right
exactly.
now. Yes. So
but yeah, like if we have any type of control over that, or if anybody has any type of control over that, please give us some ideas, because I would love to help out with that. But yeah. This is something that I noticed about you as we're talking and stuff like that. You kind of have a southern twang with your voice.
really, I mean, most of my family they're from Mississippi, but I never lived there. Maybe it's because I was around them so much.
Yeah, that
I'm
makes
not sure.
I can say the same.
Another personality.
Alicia, you totally do. I've known you
Really?
forever, and I've never thought about it or noticed it, but I feel like you pointing it out.
I've gotten New York before.
I mean, I can see
That's
that
weird.
too.
Really?
Yeah. I can see that too, but it's more towards like the southern. like definitely Mississippi area. Now that you mentioned it, it's it's like
That hospitality.
southern hospitality type things going on.
So I'll take it then. I'll take it.
I noticed that you were talking about it's just kind of like change for raising up kids here. Could you give me some general examples of how that experience has been for you?
Yeah. So I feel like, back then we were always outside playing basketball with our friends or whatever. My mom was the family mom of the community.
Nice.
She cooked for everybody, okay? And she would get on your tail and tell you if you were wrong too.
She still
but
is.
still love you at the end.
Oh,
and
my
I
gosh.
feel like we lost that touch as a community. Like if you see a child not doing right, you're scared to speak up because you're afraid of what the parents might say or any of those things. And the youth, they've lost touch with a lot of things, and we got babies raising babies, no judgment. It's a lot that has changed from when I was younger here and us growing up. And if we're looking at the violence, a lot of the violence is our youth.
Yeah.
A lot of the problems that's going on in the community are youth. The shootings, the youth.
Yeah.
And I just think it's disheartening, especially, like I said, I was working with kids for 19 years. And being that I feel like we need to lead by example for our youth and try to guide our youth, I feel like they don't have any guidance or any structure or any outlet or any programs for them to do, whether it's after school or wherever, right? I just feel like our youth is lost.
I agree with you on that one. I'm grateful that my daughter is in a after-school program. I don't know if you heard of it, Jane Boyd.
Yeah. Okay.
That one's I like it. It took some getting used to before, but Megan, the person that runs that, she's awesome. She makes sure that everybody is going and doing the things they need to do. They have a lot of learning going on in there and everything. It's just amazing to see that she's making that difference in that community,
Absolutely.
and particularly there. But I do agree with you. Like trying to figure out how to get the youth in the right direction while we're people who want to get them people to go, what are youth to go in the right direction?
Yeah.
You're right. A lot of the youth don't have that direction. So I guess what I'm getting at is what's something we could do to kind of like get them into
I've been trying to figure that out, and I don't want to say it's to the point where I feel like I've given up or I've lost resources or anything, but honestly, I feel like that answer has to come from the youth. What is it that we can do for you? Like, how can we help you? And maybe like listen, because sometimes when they're misbehaving, it's because they're talking, they're speaking out, they're trying to tell us something, and we're not listening. You get what I'm saying? So I think we have to listen to our youth more and try to get those answers from the youth than us trying to come up with our own answers.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
That was I'm going to be honest with you. That was my initial thought. To
Oh,
come up
good.
with
Because I'm like, you know what? I don't have the exact answer, but I'm just thinking like, what would I want as a youth? What can I, Yeah, I don't know. I just think we need to listen to our youth more.
Yeah, I agree with you. A really direct representation of listening to our youth. Before when I was I was talking with my daughter Jasmine, she would just like lash out and do all of the things, and the reason why is because she was just being bullied at school. She never really told anybody because she was just like, okay, I don't know what to do or anything like that. But when you're in that angry state, you just want to be a recluse. Some people anyway. and some people was her, so she like didn't really know what to do.
Yeah.
But the fact that we sat down and talked
Come on. You gotta talk.
Yeah, we
You gotta
talked
talk.
about everything that we did.
Yes.
it just makes things a lot easier for you to understand. Like you can't just like go through them and just ask questions and do like that. You got to let them talk from their perspective rather than letting them And as a dad, I ain't got all the answers. But you gotta learn at some point what you need to do in order to do as a parent in general.
Yeah, and not even as a parent. If we're diving into like culture wise, Black folk, we think talking is embarrassing.
Yeah,
we're told to not talk, not to speak up, not to or it's uneasy, having a counselor is not good, things like that. And I just think that we need to break that. You know what I'm saying? It is okay to talk. Let's get down to why you're really, like you said, your daughter was bullied. Let's get down to that. Let's not just look at her, she's misbehaving because of she don't know what to do or she don't know how to act. And no. Because I'm pretty sure you raised your child well, right? Or you're raising her well.
At least I like to think so.
Something is happening. Let's figure that out. Let's talk, son. Let's talk, daughter. Let's talk, community. We have to talk. And that's what we're missing too. We're not talking. We think it's not good to talk.
Yeah, and I agree with you too.
Or uncomfortable or whatever. I don't know.
It's and the other thing too in the Black community that's always taboo is like the mental health part of everything.
Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing that I've always wanted to talk to my daughter about all the time to make sure that she's good. I'm not 100% sure, but I may have like ADHD and that may have been passed down to my daughter because she acts almost exactly like me. She has all the symptoms of ADHD. So I talked to her about it. I talked to, hey, you may have this. You need to, we can like figure out some coping mechanisms that I've already come up with. And they work for her and she's all around just a better person. But the fact that my mom didn't tell me about that when she was, when we were growing up, it just kind of made me like try to figure out, okay, what can I do in order to help out my daughter to do all this? I don't have all the answers, but we can at least try to figure out the direction of how it goes. Yeah. And mental health in general with the Black community, like I said before, is not easy to talk about regardless because we've been enslaved, we've been doing all this stuff. The last traumatic experience that happened to us was 300 years ago, which is not that short of a time. Right. And we still got to like get over that. And then they just basically tell us get over it. So it's like not yeah, it's not how do you get it? Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
It's like
what does that mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's not it's dumb. It's 100% dumb. But like, I'm glad that we have people like you. I just hit that mic so hard.
Hey, you gotta say it's dumb. We don't know what it means. Sure.
But I can't stop laughing. I'm 100% glad we have people like you who are getting into the kids, getting like you know what needs to be done, but even though you don't know how to fix it, you have an idea of how to get things where it need to be.
I'm trying. I mean, at least I can say I do. I'm trying. Yeah. So
nothing wrong with that. How has your career been affected by the fact that you are a Black woman, and do you find racial biases getting in the way of potential opportunities, or has the color of your skin helped you make connections in an industry that others might not have access to?
Okay.
I prefer we start with a positive. Start with a negative and then end with the positive.
You know what's so crazy is I don't have a negative.
Really? Wow.
I am truly blessed and grateful to be able to say that I have not experienced that. I don't know if it's because I haven't put myself out there as much and into the bigger industry that we have, but I've been rolling.
Nice.
Yeah, and I think I can thank my hometown for that. So they've really welcomed me with open arms and been super supportive. And yeah, I mean, even the venues I've performed in, I'm super grateful for the venues. And yeah.
That's awesome. That's the first I've ever heard that, to be honest with you. Yeah. Everybody usually has like a negative connotation when it comes to being just Black in the creative field.
Yeah.
I got another question for you, kind of like a follow on to that. Do you think the reason why you don't have any like pushback as being a Black creative is because, and don't be offended by this,
right?
It's because of the stereotypical of a Black woman singing?
Woo! Woo! The way I'm going to answer this is I think what I bring as far as my music, as far as my personality, is diverse in itself.
Okay.
I think that I'm so open. You stumped me. I'm so open to what can come from my music career that I don't look at. I don't know. I don't. Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah. I think I bring something for everyone. Put it like that.
That makes sense.
Yes. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just never really I'm not saying that I'm naive to the fact that these things are happening and all the stigmas that occur. I just really never had to walk in that light. And I'm super blessed.
Yeah, that is amazing.
So
I've noticed, because like some people don't particularly know that there's a stigma about just being like black in general.
Mm-hmm.
Most people think, oh, black people is a basketball player, black people is a football player, black people are just artists, musicians, and stuff like that. They just think that we are particularly only in those type of fields.
And we're not.
And but for me being a graphic designer, I said this in a few episodes back, trying to be a graphic designer and trying to be a black graphic designer in a graphic design field is just a pain in the ass. Only because I've had to work extremely hard to get to where I need to be to get recognized for all of the stuff that I need, that get recognized over the other people that are graphic designers, more or less. So that's why I always ask questions like that. But the fact that you haven't had any of that is amazing, dude. Like I don't think I've ever had anybody on the show. I haven't had anybody on the show that actually hasn't had any like negative connotations behind that. Mm-hmm. But your community and everything that you got going on with that's amazing that you didn't have that any of that type of negative connotation or anything like that.
Yeah, and I just hope it, I mean, even if it was to happen, I think that with my support system I will be able to deal with it or make it a teachable moment or, something like that. But I'm just super blessed and grateful, and that's why I say I will always give back to my hometown, or anyone who's been behind me. I'm going to always give back, because I think everyone else made it so easy for me.
Nice.
And it's like, I need to push myself. What can I give you to continue to better myself so that I have this same support system and this same growth behind me. So
that is amazing. Have you ever been in a position to give that same vibe and feel to other people? Like, say, for instance, all the people in your community are giving you the ability to go above and beyond. Mm-hmm. Have you done that for anybody else?
I feel like I do, right? I'm always here to support. I'm always trying to collab. And I'll do a free gig if I can give back, any type of thing. So I just think the importance is to just love, be your authentic self, be caring, be open-minded, and flexible. And there's a lot that comes with it, but I feel like I try to give my hardest back to everyone what they give to me. I'm a super laid-back, chill person. In my heart, I wear my heart on my sleeve. So
I feel that.
Yeah. So I think that I'm learning and trying to pick up the positive things along the way and just share with others. And
I'm with it. That is amazing. So she is just all around just awesome person.
Oh my goodness. Look, I'm trying, honey. I got my flaws, but I'm trying. I'm trying.
I mean, everybody got their flaws, but genuinely is the word I wanted to use. You are just, I'm glad I have you on the show.
Oh, I appreciate it.
We don't really get, I won't say we don't get, I don't get people like you on the show, and I appreciate you taking the time out.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, no
I promise. I'm going to come back too. Y'all better have me back.
No, we're not done yet.
Oh yeah, we're not done.
One more question.
So we got one last question. Mm-hmm. What gets you out of bed and motivates you?
Ooh, my boys.
Oh.
My boys. I mean, outside of God, my boys, they are like why I am breathing. right?
I'm with it.
I have no clue where I would be without them. They're just my reason for everything. They're my reason for everything. So, and that 4-year-old, he keeps me on my toes anyway. So,
I remember when mine was 4. Oh my gosh.
yes, but you know what? They are my everything. I think when I first had Ronte, my oldest, he, there was some contemplation about whether or not I could be a mother, and I think he was like, "You are going to be a mother." And he helped me grow. I had him at 19, and he helped me grow. He really helped me grow. And then it's like, when I think I'm giving up again, bam, there's Prezi. But I got my tubes removed now, so you guys don't have to worry about any more kids. I'm just going to... Every time I'm down, I'm not going to have a child. But no, seriously, though, they are my reasons for everything. And I truly am thankful for them. I don't think they know how much I needed them more than they need me. So...
That's amazing.
And I got to chime in too, because I don't know Prezi. I don't know your youngest, but I know Ronte pretty well.
Yes.
And God, special kid.
Aw.
Really, really special
Thank
kid.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
That kid emanates positivity.
Yeah.
And I don't know, as a person who came into his life, I don't know, 5 years ago or so, we did a show together, and he was there, and having a little kid like that look up to you and whatnot, like you could tell when they're like really looking at somebody like, hey, I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
I don't know. There's few feelings that are more
honey.
special.
Yes.
Is it
he's
bad? I want to
special.
meet your kids.
Than a kid
Yes,
who's
you should. They are
Play date.
everything. And let me know when you want to babysit. I got you. You can have them.
I'm okay with that. I love kids. But yeah, that is. I don't want to be. I don't want that to be the end of the episode. But that is the end of the episode.
Oh,
I'm glad that you were able to come through and come on the show. Is there any place where people can find you that we can like put in the link in the bio?
Oh, you know what? So any platform, Alicia Strong or Alicia Monee, and with Vibe. We are doing some things, y'all. So I really want you guys to pick up on Vibe, the group I am in, one of the lead vocalists, and that's also on Facebook, all social media, actually, Facebook, Instagram, Vibe CR, and yeah.
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 I know I did say in the beginning episode I didn't want to talk about that. So before we go, let's talk about what Vibe is, if that's okay with you.
Okay.
All right.
So we're 6 cats, right? We've all been working on and off together for years. And last year, a year before last sometime, we got together and just was vibing, right? And we did a gig out the blue, and we looked at each other and was just like, this makes sense.
That's awesome.
It just makes sense. It just made sense.
I'm with it. When you know something just like clicks,
Yeah.
it's just like you just got to do it.
So we've been doing it, and I'm super, super
two
grateful.
members of Vibe are in the building right now.
Yes, EJ
Hey.
Suave, my boo thing. He over there.
You can't see, he's not on camera just like me. We're both hiding in the shadows together.
I got one last question too. So, what type of vibe is the Vibe band?
Oh, you know what? We do everything. So we take your familiar songs and just rearrange them, or songs you don't know and get you to know them. Our goal is to hopefully throw in some originals, but definitely a lot of classics.
Ooh,
a lot
okay.
of classics. We're R&B, country, hip hop, everything.
You done Lauryn Hill yet?
Of course.
Yes, I got to listen to it now.
Yes.
With that being said, though,
You want a little treat before we go?
oh, dude,
Oh
yeah,
my goodness.
Take a look at the screen.
Wait. Ooh, we got the YouTube video.
We can just stop it right here.
Come on. I knew he was going to do that. I knew he was going to do that.
Look at your moves, Alex.
Yeah, I'm this is amazing. This is 100% amazing.
That's all you get. That's all you get.
I will go on
See,
YouTube and watch it myself.
Oh my gosh, it's his talent and his energy that he brings. It's like,
Yeah, exactly. I know you like looking at it and just cringing, but like that performance is amazing.
I can't
am
wait to do
cringing.
something with him again. Alex,
Alicia,
It
oh my
better
God.
happen.
Yeah. So we did a show, Gerard Estella brought us together at doing Cabaret in the Courtyard at Bruce Moore in Cedar Rapids. 2018, 2017,
Oh my gosh, I
2018,
can't
forever
wait.
ago.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then at the end of the show, Alicia and I just like sometimes when
Just
you
click,
when
yeah.
you meet somebody and you're just like, wow, we gotta work together. So yeah, we put on a Christmas show
it was
at Giving Tree.
dope.
It was awesome.
It was dope.
Except for that
Yes.
one song. Remember that one
What?
song where
I couldn't get it.
I
Which
forgot the lyrics and I tried to pull them up. So I was like, stop 1 second, guys. Can we start over? And I literally went like back and got the lyrics. And then, it was like one of the most embarrassing moments. Luckily, it was a 2-night show. We cut that song.
But you know what? The crowd loved it, though. The crowd loved it.
And
They
it's all
loved
about that. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if
yeah.
you're having fun, you're giving the crowd permission to have some fun too.
Yeah.
And that's
It's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I was just talking to EJ about it too. Like we got to have him. You can't see him; he's not on microphone, unfortunately for you guys. But we're gonna have to have him on the show sometime to talk about the music. And if there's ever a chance where my music with my band and Vibe can ever collaborate, man,
There's a chance, so
That's-
it's just gotta happen.
that'd be a good day for me.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Let's do it. I mean, everybody in this room is technically a musician. We can put something together.
All right.
I know we got two drums, right?
We got two drummers, and you guys aren't afraid of having two drummers on stage.
I won't put myself out there, but I'm not as good as I want to be. But
The band is just 2 drummers and 2 singers. Get over it.
roll that.
Oh, that's funny.
Hop on the bass if you want me to.
Hey.
He wears many hats, y'all. So many
I
hats.
only play drums.
I don't know if that came through, but EJ's willing to jump on the bass.
Right.
Slapping the bass, man.
Okay.
Thanks again for my guest Alicia Monee for coming on to the show.
Yeah.
If you want more of her, and all of her info is in the bio. And Creative While Black is produced and distributed by Mango Mustache Media. For more info on that, go to mangomustache.com/Creative While Black. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to give us a subscribe and give us a like as well. And if you are listening via Apple Podcasts or Spotify, go ahead and give us a 5-star review. It does really help and get it in front of other people. With that being said, stay innovative, creatives. Peace.
Mango Mustache Media.